This practice tune video is for a tune called Lavender Blue. It's an old English folk tune, and it's a waltz, and it's been used as background music in a bunch of different movies and in some period television. For purposes of the Hammered Dulcimer, this version is written in the key of D. It's a simple tune with no repeats, but there's been an interlude added to break it up because it gets kind of boring after a while. So the range is in the D box, from the low D to the high D, and there's a couple notes that go up further than that, but I think the highest that it gets to is an E, and that's only for the interlude. So basically this whole thing is kind of goes up and down the scale of D. And the A part will go up from the D to the B and then come over and come back down. And the A part, I mean, that's where the first part of the tune is, the first phrase. So it works best, I find, with a right hand lead, starting on this D. Go up to the F and then up to the B and come down, and then we're going to have 4/8 notes going back down to the D. Let's do that again. D, F sharp, B, A, and then cross over to the, come down the scale to the A on the side. And you repeat that down, descending chord, cross back over to the right side of the bridge, back up to the G, and the next phrase starts the same as it began. Descend down to the D, cross over to the D, come down to the A. Go back up to the D and descend all the way down the scale. And go up to the B. All right, let's do that again. Starting with your D to the F sharp, up to the B, down to the A, descend on the 8th notes, cross over, repeat that D descending, G, again the phrase again, descend down to the D, cross over, up to the D again, to the B. Okay, the interlude, before we repeat the whole tune again, you have a pickup note with your right hammer on this D, and your left hammer is going over to this B. And these are syncopated 8th, 16th combinations, dotted 8th, 16th. So let's just play that. All right, did you get that? Now we're doing that same type of sequence but up one system of notes. E over here with your right hammer. Now we're descending the scale again. And then we repeat the whole tune again. This tune, that's it. That's the whole tune. So the part I just played is exactly the part that we went through at the beginning, and then we inserted the interlude. If you play this a few times and you want a second ending of this, when you get to the very end, there's kind of what I would call a Hollywood ending that you could add on to say you were done. So let's look at that. This is the ending phrase, crossovers, again, now we're descending, it's a simple tune, but it's a lovely tune, and you can look for it in various television shows and recognize it. In a movie show, I think it was in the movie of Frozen. The kids will recognize it. So it's not hard to learn. Try it.